Good day everyone, hope wherever you are Santa Claus is bringing you a little gift today, because this is Santa Claus Day. Happy Santa Claus Day to everyone. We are on the way to Washington DC today, and I will let Bonnie explain why we're going there.
It's a Young Women's Breast Health Day on the Capitol Hill. So a lot of people are going to be speaking about breast cancer and having stage 4 breast cancer, and there's a congresswoman there who advocates and tries to get more funding for research.
So you're about to meet some women that you've been talking to online in those support groups on Facebook?
I'll meet them. I'll meet a few people that I've met online and I'm Facebook friends with now that have
Why are you laughing at me?
Because you're going back and forth with the camera. It's like an interview. I feel like you're interviewing me.
I always do that.
You go back and forth like that?
Have you watched the vlogs?
Yes, it just feels weird today for some reason.
It's not every day that we're driving to Washington DC in the rain.
I don't know. We do that pretty often.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
When was the last time we did it?
Last December.
Thanks for coming out tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me.
Managed to find parking somehow, which is not easy in DC around the Capitol building area, and this is where we are.
Don't walk.
The weather is not very wonderful, but that's okay. We're gonna be indoors, right?
Yes.
This is not an outdoors event?
No.
Good. Looks very DC official here, I have to say. There's a lot of men around that look like they could be a president.
Good morning. Is it the morning or is it the afternoon? It's been a long day for us. Okay, good afternoon. My name is Megan King, and I am the Tiger Lily Foundation's My Life Program Manager. And it's a distinct honor to be here today to represent all the work that we're doing in our My Life program.
So we have to do everything we can to continue to focus on eradicating breast cancer once and for all. I look forward to continuing to work with Tiger Lily, with my sisters and the cancer organizations that have fought this fight for so long, and with all of you, so we can make sure that we can finally end cancer forever. Thank you so much.
This part is being recorded after we came back home from this conference, and I think this vlog is going to be difficult to put together because there was so much going on, so many important things were said. It's going to be difficult to pack into a 10-minute episode.
I realized that I had now sort of a really unique opportunity to do something that I had wanted to do all along, and that was to find a way for patients and researchers to work together. So every image on our website, every word has been vetted thoroughly by patients because we want to make sure that we are speaking to them in a way that they can understand.
Man, DC has some really unpleasant weather for us today. As the conference is continuing, I had to just run out and add money to the car, and I wish those parking spots allowed for a longer time limit because now I'm pretty much all wet. Holy.
Good afternoon. Please bear with my nerves here. Much public speaking. I'm Kelly Parker. I'm really glad to be here today with Tiger Lily and Megan and Mayma. You guys are all fantastic. So thank you again for having me here.
I have my own thoughts about what we heard today, and before I get into those, I wanted to ask you what were your impressions and reflections from what happened today.
I kind of wrote about it on Facebook. I felt surprised at how emotional I was.
It's not surprising. Of course you would be emotional.
I know, but I mean, it's been months, and I just thought I would hear people talking about cancer, but some of it was very emotional for me.
You beat cancer by how you live, Stuart Scott famously said in 2014, shortly before dying from the disease. I was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer to bone a few months later. And I remember being outraged by this philosophy. The thought of having to live with cancer, share my body with this interloper, was unfathomable. If I couldn't have a life without cancer, I would simply refuse to live at all. Excuse me. This thinking led me down an unimaginable rabbit hole of deep depression. I moved my bedroom downstairs. I covered my windows with blankets. I detested the light. It's my life. Hashtag my life. Yeah?
Another impression, I really liked the naturopathy.
So as far as the most important advantages, or the primary advantages of utilizing naturopathic medicine, in my opinion, for one, is to reduce and prevent side effects associated with treatment.
I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, lady, but she said that that's not covered by insurance, and I feel that it should be, because it's such a...
Of course it's not. It's a part of a bigger picture that we've been painting with this vlog ever since your cancer struggle began. And I don't want to go on a rant again about how the whole system works, but it's a part of it.
Well, we should explain what the naturopathy lady basically was saying, that she helps people figure out diet and a whole bunch of stuff, not just here's the chemotherapy and this is what we can do for you. She is an oncologist that does that, and she also helps people figure out in their daily life, this is what you should be drinking and this is what you should be eating. And I would love to go to somebody like that, but insurance doesn't provide for that. It's hard to get insurance to pay for my chemotherapy, much less somebody like her.
Much less additional stuff. What I saw today is basically, first of all, and this is the sad part, is the confirmation of the powerless modern medicine that doesn't really have answers to stage 4 metastatic disease.
It may be shocking to some that I don't look like your typical cancer patient. Looks are very deceiving. Metastatic cancer is life-altering, and we have different treatment plans. As my doctor would say, this is a marathon, not a race. Therefore, we strive to have a quality of life. But I will remain on treatment for the rest of my life because there is no cure.
Breast cancer is a very common disease entity which encompasses various segments of the population. It does affect every age group, young, middle, old.
The more positive and uplifting and hopeful part for me was seeing that all these women that talked today did survive for many years, and they are still fighting. As this one Indian doctor said, once you are diagnosed, it changes your life forever, but it doesn't mean that it's necessarily a done deal.
As you've heard, I've been dealing with metastatic breast cancer since the age of 32. That was 14 years ago, and I've been in treatment ever since. So I'm an outlier, and I want everyone to be, I want the 14 years, I want the 30 years and the 40 years to be the norm, not the rarity.
Many of these women that spoke today, and many cases they spoke about, the patients survive for many, many years. And that was what I was holding on to during this entire day. And that's what we will be holding on to in the future, from now on. That's what we've been holding on to all this time.
There's a waiting period to receive disability benefits, and also a delay of 2 years before you're eligible for Medicare.
You can't change it. You can brood over it and let it consume your life, or you can learn from it and make the best of what life has given you.
So your key inside?
Keys in the car,
Thank you, sir.
and the brake is on. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So how do we get over here?
Well, I guess we just have to run through.
Do we have to go to that red light? We have to go
No, I'm just going through. Come on. Whoa, there's a car coming. Thank you. Whoa, rain. DC drivers don't seem to love rain very much. There's a lot of honking and stressful situations on the road, but we're okay.